Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Ummu Aiman Binti Muhamad Subri. So, hi and greetings to whoever watching my videos. So basically, today I'm going to share about something that has a quiet but profound impact of my life. So I'm very grateful for giving a chance to share about this with everyone. So listen carefully and pay attention. Okay, let me begin with a question. When was the last time you felt truly heard? Not simply acknowledged, but deeply, respectfully and patiently listened to. You know, in a world where everyone is speaking, tweeting, posting, and performing, listening has become a lost art. If I could teach the world just one thing, if I would be this, to rediscover the power of listening and embrace the silence in between. So, you're probably wondering, when was I feel listened for the last time? It's actually when last semester, when I meet a teacher, the special education lecturers, that I don't know why, but regarding the task given, I am kinda have a bond with her, and I don't know why. It feels very, very opening for me to talk to her, to telling my problem, and that was the first time ever in my life that I feel that I am being listened. Like, oh, at last someone understand me and someone know how it feels. So here I want to say, section 1, which is the power of listening. So people often say that, oh, she's just listening, not so good, she's just paying attention and just being respectful. But to be honest, listening is not a passive, but it's a powerful intentional act, and it's more than staying silent while someone else speaks. It's about fully being present. So when we listen with empathy, without judgment or impatience, something incredible happens. Which, like, for me, I feel like my walls come down, and I have trust built and open my heart to people. Because before this, I am feel like being distracted or being distanced from people because I feel like I am alone. I am lonely since nobody is listening. And when I talk yapping, and someone once talk to me, you banyak cakap lah, like that. Like, you is quite talkative. Can you please be less talkative? And that was the last time I've been yapping about something I like, and yapping about telling people how I feel and so on. So let me share a quote that's come from Stephen R. Covey that says, most people do not listen with the intent to understand, but they listen with the intent to reply. So that one sentence have changed the way I approach every conversation, which is usually when I was in primary school, I always talk to people, like to my friends, to my teachers. And one day, when I was talking, my friend said to me, Aiman, when you talk, you should see to people's eyes, because if you don't do that, you will be disrespectful. And I was like, oh, like that. Alright, I will do that. And from then on, I start to, when I listen to people talking, or when I listen to lectures, or maybe in a program, I will right, directly look into the lecturer's eyes or to the talker, because I don't know why, but it feels like I'm listening and I'm paying attention to them. Next, let's talk about the role of silence. So this part we will talk about the part of we often overlook, the silence, the listening of being silenced. So the pause after someone finishes speaking, the breath without the thought, and the stillness that says, I'm here, take your time. So that is what silence means. It doesn't mean that how we can say, like when you have a friend, like they want to speak their heart, they want to being listened, so we just being present, like we just listen to her, no need to be giving response or anything. Yes, it's good, but being present is enough, and being silent is also a language, because silence makes space for understanding to sink in, and it gives the speaker permission to go deeper. So when we listen silently, we give the chance for the talker, for the people who talk, to go deeper about what they want to say. Like we've been paying attention, and they will say more about what they want to say. So like in music, silence is what gives rhythm and the meaning, and in life too, it gives depth. Like Jimi Hendrix once said, knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. And I'd add a little of my opinion, like wisdom also waits, like it breathes, and it honors the silence that where the healing often begins. And the last section is about why this matters now. So basically, and like we see in today, we live in the world of noise, constant notifications, headlines, opinions. Like when we open social media like TikTok or YouTube, they often give their opinions, and maybe we often listen about podcasts which they discuss about things, and people just being listen to them, and also about tazkirah. And yet, with all this talking, how often do we feel hurt? Like, we scroll, and we scroll, then we shout, we debate. But what if we pause more often to truly listen? To hold space, not just with our ears, but with our whole presence. So, what I want to say is, listening is a leadership. Listening is love. And listening is how we make people feel less lonely in this world. And what's more is conversations have become debates, and silence feel like a void that we fear. But if we slow down, truly listen, and allow silence its space, we will find something rare: connection. So I invite you, next time when you're in conversation, try listening with your eyes. Let listen lingers a little while longer than you used to. And you might be surprised by what people reveal and what you begin to understand. And I'm sure that we may never agree on everything, but if we listen more and spoke less, maybe the world will be a little softer, a little wiser, and a little human. And let me end my thoughts. Let's end my sharing with a quote from Native American proverb that sounds like, listen to the wind, it talks. Listen to the silence, it speaks. And listen to your heart, it knows. Which means that silence isn't like what we all think, like being passive. But silence is being present and being always with the person we are going through. So, that's all from me. Thank you for listening and bye.